Hello, hello. This is Adam Kaplan. How are you, everybody? And I am Adam Kaplan, Discount Credit Card Supply, and welcome to our February Lunch and Learn. And as soon as you're done, I hope you go out and go get a Valentine's card because you know it's tomorrow, so it's got to happen. We're up to 53 people, so we're broke our record already for this Lunch and Learn, so super excited about that. Um, Organizing this was Leslie Goldstein, head of marketing here. And we have, there she is, boom, wearing a heart today, a little bit early today. So we have 6 presenters today: Factor 4, Paradise POS, Applova, NRS Pay, Enroll and Pay, Valor PayTech. And next page. And then the next page is, and then the next page is, and it's going to be in that order. And then there'll be some Q&A after, quick Q&A after each section, about 5 minutes, and then at the end there'll be some more presentation, more Q&A. If anyone has anything else, you could also put your any questions into the chat, and we'll throw them out to each of the presenters as they're going. So you can wait or you can type it in, and we will get started. Oh, and at the end, we are giving away DCCS swag, the hat, nice Nike Cool Fit hat, and the Hydro Flask water bottle. So, and that's that. So we are ready to go. So I'm going to stop sharing. And it looks like, Ryan, you are first to go. So if you could share your screen, let's see how all this goes. All right. And I did that. You're up. Good job. Perfect. Just got to go a little bigger, hit slideshow and hit the slide, and you're good to go. Get that slide going. Yeah.
Very good. Everybody can see my screen?
Yep, absolutely. I can see it.
All right. Thanks again, Adam, and thanks for having us here. My name is Ryan. I'm Chief Revenue Officer here with Factor 4. I'm grateful to be joining, sharing a little bit about our company. So Factor 4, if you don't know much about us, we're a leading provider of gift card and loyalty solutions. We're working with over 18,000 merchants today who use our solution. We print a lot of cards, we process a ton of transactions, and we try to be integrated just about anywhere we possibly can. So I'll be happy to share the list of, point of sale systems, terminals, gateways, other ways that we're compatible, just so everybody has a good point of reference. And then we have a ton of partnerships. So we work through a lot of resellers, merchant services, point of sale solutions, and dealers that can also resell Factor 4 gift and loyalty, as it's a great place, a natural kind of upsell when equipment's changing hands, processing's changing hands. Again, it's just another add-on that can be a value add to the situation. So and like I said, happy to share the full list of integrations. You can find it on our website in case you're curious or have merchants that might be interested or looking for gift card solutions, and kind of knowing where we can play well. As far as why folks work with Factor 4, again, we're integrated just about everywhere and try to be. Number 2, we're super responsive. We make this, very key to our organization, how we handle all of our day-to-day, instances with customers, prospective customers. We pick up the phone right away. We get back to you via email. There's no chains of press this button to get to this department. We have your back. We have your merchants back. So again, it's something that's very prevalent, and quite honestly, it's something that's super needed in the space today. Our flexibility, I just like to mention that just because typically straightforward gift card solutions in a single location, pretty standard, but we have a lot of flexibility to work with more of the complex and interesting situations like franchise groups, like situations where there might be multiple point of sale or even multiple businesses that all want to participate in a single gift card program. So we can essentially be the hub. We can connect to all of the customer touch points and provide a seamless and universal, gift card experience. And then lastly, I do like to mention that if any merchants or anyone that's looking to use Factor 4 does have an existing gift card program, we make it super easy to bring over those existing gift card balances so that all of those legacy gift cards will work on the new system going forward. We service a lot of the use cases, again, traditional gift cards, digital gift cards. We also have our customers using us for promotional gift card programs or merchandise credit for returns, or even like employee allowance cards, customer appeasement cards. So our stored value system, again, can do much more than just those traditional gift cards that you might get around Christmas time or for your birthday. And just as a quick anecdote to that, here's just a mini case study. Anderson's Custard, there are 6 locations in the New York area. They ran a little gift card promotion early in the summer, actually, which is not historically a good gift card selling season. But the long story short is they did a discounted gift card specifically based on the year that the company was founded. So they sold a $25 gift card for $19.46. And again, in 7 short days in the beginning of August, they sold over $10,000 worth of gift cards. So this is above and beyond just sitting gift cards on your counter and hoping customers walk in to buy them. Again, being more proactive and using it as a customer engagement tool. We also do the production for everything. So in addition to the platform and the software to process transactions and connecting all those dots, we print cards, we print presenters, we print in-store marketing materials. So really everything that a merchant would need to run a successful program. We also can help with logistics and fulfillment. So if you're selling physical gift cards online, the Factor 4 team will actually load and ship those gift cards to the recipient, as well as if there are multiple locations or franchise operations, we can help with the logistics of card inventory, marketing kits, and everything else. So again, a lot more to learn and see about Factor 4, just giving you some of the highlights here. And then lastly, we have a turnkey solution to help merchants start selling gift cards online just about instantly. So we can customize a little page just like the ones that you see here to allow them to sell both a digital and physical gift card right from their website. They don't need their own shopping cart. They don't need anything but the ability to just add our link to their website. And then certainly a lot of merchants will take that link and do things like incorporate it into marketing emails, post it on social media, again, to just further engage customers and promote gift card sales. So I don't know how I did on time there. Ran through that pretty quickly. Happy to field any questions that you might have, and just wanted to leave our contact info up here in case anybody wants to reach out and learn more.
You did really well. Just at 4 minutes there. You got a minute to go. A couple questions for you. Can we migrate Heartland gift cards?
We can. We do it just about every day.
And I know I've done the value tech. Is that the other one? How painful is it? What's the process?
So I'd say the only potential pain is in getting that data from the current provider. It's called a liability report. It's just a report of the full card numbers and balances. When you reach out to Heartland and say, hey, can we have our liability report? Their antenna is going to go up and say, why are you asking? They might give a little bit of hassle there. But once you have that report in hand, it's super easy for us. I'd say within a matter of an hour, we have all those gift cards and balances loaded into our system. So we typically might coordinate that for like an overnight conversion so that everybody wakes up the next day and everyone's gift cards work.
What about smart transaction systems?
Could you elaborate as far as converting cards from?
I really don't know. Crystal, what do you say? Your question, Crystal. I don't know what smart transaction systems are. Oh, that's their company. That's the company that they're using, their gift card company.
Okay, yeah, so we'll probably want to just verify and take a look at the data, but I haven't met a gift card numbering system that we haven't been able to work with. So I'd say 99% sure. We just want to confirm.
What do you typically, how do you handle the migration from the old to the new? I know typically it was you have a separate device that handles the old and separate device to the new. So how do you handle it? Or is it still spreadsheet or is it online?
As far as the migration, so we'd want to just do an assessment of the existing equipment. If it's something we're compatible with, typically we can, again, convert those gift cards and balances, swap out and get the Factor 4 app on their current device that they're using if it's compatible. And then again, nothing should change from like a point of process from the merchant standpoint. If for any reason they need new equipment, we can supply credit card terminals. We can integrate with a lot of them. We also have, Android and iOS apps that can be used from like a tablet or smartphone to run transactions. So
you can use the old gift card number into your system.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that report of the gift card numbers and their balances will bring that all over to Factor 4. So then starting the next day, all those gift cards will work on the Factor 4 system. Exactly.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That was awesome. All right. We are on to Valor. Todd, share your screen, if you will. There he is.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Is it working?
Yeah, you're looking good.
Excellent. Well, thank you for having me on, Adam. Thank you, everybody that joined. I worked for a previous manufacturer of terminals and decided to come on board with Valor for some compelling reasons, and I wanted to go over a few of those now. So Valor's been around 5+ years. We're doing 10 billion in volume, over 240 million in transactions. Definitely have a lot of technology partners. You guys can see the rest of the numbers, but what it's really saying is Valor is growing and we're growing rapidly. Our current terminal profile is we have Castle and Newland devices. We also will be coming out with a few new Android devices that will have dual screen, a new pin pad for semi-integration, and then really what brings Valor to the forefront is having the ability to process everything through the cloud. So for an example, anytime you have to download a terminal, a typical terminal, you would have to batch out and then download the terminal. Since everything with us is in the cloud, you can download a terminal anytime from anywhere. Also, we provide 2 years of transactional data that you can see on a daily basis and be able to make business decisions for you as the ISO and for the merchant to see what's going on in their credit card processing. Here's just a view of some of the terminals that we have. We really wanted to take the whole omni-channel and be able to provide you one place to go for everything, from e-commerce, WooCommerce or a payment plugin, to a handheld, obviously, device, to a wireless device. We have a mobile app that also handles our Bluetooth Rocket, and then obviously able to board the merchants from our system. We have a phenomenal dual pricing program and customer experience program also. So we really wanted to make sure that we can do everything all in one place so you don't have to go anywhere else to get the business. Like I talked about before, really one of the main compelling reasons was Valor has a very strong dual pricing program. It gives you the opportunity to set it up the way that you want to set it up that's most compliant for you and what you think is most compliant. So definitely take a look at our dual pricing program and let me know if you have any questions. Engage My Customer is a way to be able to have an instant conversation with a customer through text, and a great way to reach out and set up promotions to get customers back into your business. We can do Valor Updater, which updates the cards once you save the cards through the vault. So it gives you a chance to make sure that those cards are always updated and the expiration date's never ending. So we keep that going. And Valor Connect is a way to use our virtual terminal and then also plug in additional terminals to the virtual terminal, and then our semi-integration with ISVs. Once again, here's the cash discount, VIN-based surcharging. We can also do dual mids. You could have one on dual pricing, one on traditional pricing. We support all channels, batch reporting, pay at the table, pretty much anything that you normally do with terminals. I wanted to leave my information. If anybody has any questions, you can always reach out to me. Adam's team is very knowledgeable on Valor also. And then just the last page is who we are currently able to process through. And then we have RollPay and Elevon coming on very shortly within the next month or two. Any questions?
Yes, we have some questions. Talk to us about Store and Forward.
Store and Forward actually is a new product that we will be adding at the end of the month. So all of our terminals will be able to do Store and Forward. It hasn't been something that we have traditionally done, but we are doing it now.
And what about sales tax?
Sure, we can do any sort of sales tax that you want that's put into the Valor system when you go to set up the account.
So it's not with that. It's not with the ISO at all. It's all on the back end system of Valor.
Correct.
Great. All right. So those were the two main questions. You're right on time. Perfect. All right. Any last messages, Todd?
Nope. If anybody
Okay.
has any questions, just reach out to me.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks a
Adam.
lot. Appreciate it. All right. Jakubo, are you here? I've been looking for you. I don't see you. Wondering if he's here. So I don't see him. I know he's coming. So we are going to jump. Oh, I'm sorry. Dana. Sorry. Dana, you're next. My bad.
Thanks,
Dana, you're
folks.
up.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong list. My bad.
I'm literally doing this from my sofa because I was shoveling snow. As most of you may or may not know, I'm a Canadian boy, the only Canadian guy on the team. Everybody else is in beautiful San Diego. So I'll share my screen. I would normally have my ugly mug up there. And I'll start the show. So thanks for having us. Can you see it okay?
We can.
Fantastic. I'll keep this really brief. We're just going to freestyle it today, but most of you know we take loyalty, a different approach about loyalty. We have a patented card linked platform that essentially transforms the credit card into the loyalty ID at the point of purchase. And I'm going to stop that and I'll show you what that looks like in a video here. 1 second. Hopefully you can see that all right. So you can see our application here. This is on an A920. We're on multiple devices, and I'll give you the list of those at the end. But essentially what we're doing here is we're loading the app, and it could be white labeled or it can be a strict resale of Enroll and Pay. Our hand model is just accessing the device, and then we're going into the settings. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I feel it's important that a merchant never has to leave the Enroll and Pay application to perform all the functions they do today. So we can toggle on or off tips, and we can set the percentage appropriately. We can also do a reprint prompt. We can also enable credit markup or whatever you refer to it as and set that rate. And then we can also enable or disable terminal mode. So when in a fast merchant environment, it wouldn't require them to put their PIN in each time. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and save all of those settings. And I'm going to show you what a test transaction looks like. Hurry up, hand model. All right. So now we're going to go into the transaction, and we're just going to do a transaction for, save please, thank you. We're just going to do a transaction for $10. You can see that the cash and credit price are reflected there. There's a new UI version that will reflect with the numbers down below. Excuse me, regardless of that. What's happening here is when we're looking for payment, our patent covers this where we're actually identifying whether the token that's associated with the card, and if it's not, some sort of merchant funded offer will populate on the device and obviously be communicated by the merchant themselves. If the consumer agrees to enroll and receive that instant discount, they simply just put their phone number in the one time. They're agreeing to the T&Cs, which means the merchant can communicate with them post-transaction. And then in this example, there is a tip scenario as well. So once we do that, we then revise the auth through the integration with the different various payment apps. And the consumer gets the immediate gratification for enrolling. And then going forward, that credit card is now their loyalty ID. So each subsequent visit to that merchant location, they just simply tap or swipe, and whatever reward, redemption, or offer is available, it's automatically gets applied seamlessly. We also have a baked-in review function, so the merchant can ask any question they wish, and that is also contained in an e-receipt post-transaction. I'm going to flip back to our deck here. So I'm going to flip over here and show. I'm just going to show you just an example of a merchant in our dashboard. So I just pulled up a random merchant. This is a 30-day snapshot. Obviously, you can see the business intelligence that they're able to look at in their back office. And our resellers also obviously have the same view. But in this example, I mean, very high conversion. And the reason is because we capture 100% of those taps, dips, and swipes. So, you know, if it's a fairly robust enrollment offer, you're going to get very high conversion. Obviously, the member spend is what we're after to be driving higher than the non-member spend. In this case, you know, it's very, very high. We can also drill down and look at each individual member. And this example, well, let's just pick on Trace Adams. And Trace, we can see his lifetime spend, her or his lifetime spend, any reviews that they've left, and the average spend per visit. We can also go in and drill down to reports. So we can just pick and again, I'll just pick a random date. Let's go back, let's say to July 15th. And the merchant can go in here and take a look at this. This will also obviously spit out when they batch out as well. The merchant can batch out from our application as well if they want to do a manual batch, if they're not on auto. But you can see everything's for this particular day was broken out by sales, credit sales, type of credit sales, etc. Any discounts, rewards that were covered. And then we can also go in and take a look at reviews. So this business intelligence is really strong because if there was a review that was left that was poor, then obviously the merchant would want to address that. Currently today, we are available on all packs A series, so A920, A920 Pro, A80, A60. We're available on AMP. We're available on Ingenico Axiom as of last week. And we're also available on Deja Vu, QD, and P-Lines, and hope to be on a couple of other providers in the coming months. That's it. That's all I have.
Awesome.
Yeah. Can I ask a
So,
quick question? Sorry, I came a little bit late.
Go ahead.
Or the questions are later.
No, now go.
Hey, I just very curious about this program actually. How do you work together with another app? So let's say we have our own app that we use on PAX terminals for our own POS environment, semi-integrated. How can we invoke your app to work with our clients after we're done with our transaction, or maybe during their transaction?
A great question. So typically what happens, we'll integrate with the payment application. So with PAX, for example, we're integrated with BroadPOS, with the QD line with Deja Vu, it's Aura. So if you have your own proprietary app, we would obviously want to integrate to that, so it would be a seamless experience. So we can certainly set up that tech call. I'm not on that side of the house, but I'm sure it can be accomplished.
I mean, my question was more about like how does it work if we have our own app as well? Like, but I guess we'll talk after the thing. We'll have a discussion.
Yeah, certainly. Let's take it. We can have a sidebar after the call if you want to, Kubo.
Okay. Yes, please.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate it, Dana. Now we are up to NRS pay. Jakubo, do you need me to use my computer here?
Yeah.
Can you share?
Sorry, but just 1 second. Let me just I'll talk. Is it my chance to talk right now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm sorry for that. I was a little bit late today. I had issues with my laptop. All right.
His laptop doesn't like Teams. It's straight up.
To our company, so. I don't have a major slideshow right now. I just want to talk about. I'm going to go to our website. I'll share my screen. I want to talk about our company, what we do, and why we are probably the fastest growing company right now in POS in the United States. Elevon at their convention, they showed us as the fastest ISO and ISV in the industry currently, especially in retail. So I'm going to show you basically what we do. So nrsplus.com is for national retail solutions. You've probably seen this in your local bodega, C-level store, Petro, corner stores, and now inching into supermarkets. We're always looking for partners, always looking for strategic alliances. We're very partner-driven, although we do have a lot of in-house, strong in-house sales as well, which needs to be considered when we work together. And basically, National Retail Solutions is a full comprehensive retail point-of-sale system that has not just the main unit, the mothership, but we also have merchant app and consumer apps that integrate with our POS. And if you think about Clover, but all the apps that we have is basically built by us. We also work with PAX, currently in discussion with Deja Vu. PAX is our premier partner. We're coming out now with, we did come out already with an Android version, bring your own solution or hardware. We're just a downloadable app that semi-integrates with PAX out of the box. and we're probably looking into working with PAX's new product that kind of compete with Square and Toast. Our website is a very strong. You can see our numbers right here. Very strong website. We have a lot of information on our website. It acts like a slideshow in of itself. Yeah, you can jump into all of these and see a whole lot of things that we do. And if you ever think there's a strategic partnership opportunity, feel free to reach out to me. I am business development at NRS and mostly NRS Pay, but of course I'll guide you to the right places if you need other partnership opportunities within our company. We're also one of the only ones that have electrified. That's not the right word to say. Electronification of the Women, Infant, Child Program, EWIC. So for those familiar with EBT, there's also EWIC, a government subsidized program. And just like you can swipe your EBT card or similar services, you can also do with the WIC program, which has APLs, approved product lists. That each state has different rules around that, and we through various processors who specialize in that on that front and those rails, we work on our POS directly works integrated. So there's no need for a third party or a government supplied EWIC credit card machine and whatnot. It goes into our POS directly. We are also probably one of the only ones currently fully certified with Visa Direct. There's not even Visa has not yet created a certification letter, but our POS is literally in their building, where they have their headquarters. Our POS downstairs in the convenience shop, and they literally see it every day, and they're using cash discount over there. And we are now in good terms with Visa on that front as well. And probably one of the only companies that you can say has really done it with all the mandates, considering. We have the basic concept about how we do it is we have a GPI logic in our system, that's a global price increase, where when the merchant decides to go cash discount, he can write us a request. We tie it into our merchant services, and then the GPI option within the POS. So we don't even use the credit card machine at all for cash discount. And we push a global price increase, say, 3.95% or whatever it is. And then all the items in the system become a different price, but they still show two prices. And that's basically the way Visa wants to see it, because Visa doesn't want it to ever look like there is a levy on processing. It should look like, different tenders, different price structures. That's all I want to say about us. This is my introduction. Feel free to reach out to me after this meeting anytime. Adam has all the information. And thanks for your time.
Awesome. Thanks, Jakubo. So someone wants to sign up, they're gonna reach out directly to you.
So I am the business developer guy in NRS. So we're talking to partners here, right? We're talking to providers, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So reach out to me. But of course, okay, merchants directly, they should reach out through the various website contacts and stuff.
Right.
I mean the chat integrations.
And when you were talking about the EWIC, if we have a merchant that wants EWIC, can they get it on basically just a terminal without having to use your full POS system?
The answer is yes. It will be a request on our pay support email. Mm-hmm. But really, for that, the merchant can technically reach out to their local, their local government yeah.
Well, it's
whatever
been
the
really
code-
hard to find someone, the back end systems that will work with it. You know, you call a bunch of the processors, they don't know that it works and they don't know what devices work with, and the government doesn't
Yeah,
give them a terminal. So we've
Right.
actually had quite a few requests in the last couple of months, and we've had.
Great, great. If, as long as we can do the processing for them, of course, we will do whatever they want. Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Awesome. All right. And how many installs did you say you guys have already?
The information keeps getting updated on the website. I can't even follow it myself anymore, but I think far as actual machines, we've sold 45,000 already.
Okay.
Merchants merchants, I want to say in the 20,000s, upper 20,000s, and we're projecting like quadruple in the next few years. We're doing really well.
Awesome.
We are very conscientious with how we design our product, and we make sure that the merchants really have a chance against the Walmarts of the world. We have Altria, tobacco scan data integrations. Wherever there's a chance for a merchant to get compensated, we are integrated.
Yep. There you go, Teresa. Answered it right in the last question. Perfect. Thanks, Jakubo. Awesome. We are moving on. All right. And if you need Jakubo's number, we will provide it.
I'm not trying to give up my number. I just don't answer phone calls. I'll be very honest.
Okay.
I'm always in such meetings. I answer text and WhatsApp nonstop, and I like it and I enjoy it because I can always answer at my own pace, and I always do answer eventually. A phone call like right now comes in, I wouldn't answer. So best is to text me or WhatsApp me, 646 directly 603-9926. Again, 646-603-9926.
Perfect. I just threw it in the chat. All right, we are on to Mike at Applova. Are you here?
I am. How are you guys?
All right.
Two things real quick. First of all, thank you, Adam, and thank you, Leslie, for including Applova. Adam, you mentioned about a hat. I'd like an upgrade because I have the old DCCSupply hat.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Years ago.
Done.
Let me share my screen. Okay. Thank you guys once again for including us here. One of the things about the Applova solutions, obviously we're a restaurant management software solution. There is, Applova been somewhat on the up, if you will, due to the fact that our marketing is starting to take place. We're starting to be a little more aggressive with the marketing aspect, being involved in events and in shows and regional shows and so forth. And we'll be in all of them this season, this year. And there's, obviously there's a lot of competition and a lot of saturation from a perspective of online ordering and kiosks and everything else that we currently do that we'll just go over right now. Obviously during and post pandemic, we obviously seen a major increase in online ordering, now being a norm, and it appears that there's many players in the game, very good players, a lot of good people that we know. And we kind of looked at ourselves and said, what can we do better and how can we do better? And where can we distinguish or differentiate ourselves from our competition and so forth. And, we kind of think that we have a product or a solution that is very comparable to let's call it the bigger boys or the more popular guys. And, we find ourselves at an advantage being agnostic. So with that being said, here are some of our solutions, or all of our solutions here from an off-premise perspective. You're looking at online ordering, web ordering, mobile order ahead. We obviously have apps. We create those merchants. We help merchants with that aspect of it. From on-premise, we're looking at contactless dining, order to table, pay to table, sort of thing. We do have a feature for if we need a waiter to come over, sort of thing. It's pretty darn cool, and obviously, self-ordering kiosks. We work with multi-manufacturers too. From a business management standpoint, from off-premise, you're looking at the reporting. We have robust reporting from data analytics that's needed for from a merchant or enterprise standpoint. And then of course the third-party integrations, payment processors, we deal with resellers, we deal with referral partnerships, POS companies, delivery services. We do have a partnership right now with DoorDash. And of course our loyalty programs that we work with. I know in the past, Factor 4 was on here earlier. Factor 4 has been a great partnership in the past. And certainly we applaud your efforts and everything you guys are doing innovatively. So with that said, again, we talked a little bit about the business manager going down on both streams, on-premise, off-premise. You're looking at kitchen display system, the KDS system, and our public announcement. We get a lot of questions about public announcement. Public announcement is simply when you go up to the counter, perhaps you're ordering or you're ordering from the kiosk, you get a ticket number. That public announcements, that big screen on top says now serving, and it has your tickets ready, right? So that's an extremely desirable feature or function for merchants. And the kitchen display is obviously what it is. It is for the kitchen, directly from the kiosk or online ordering. It's been a feature that is highly, highly desirable and in need. So increasing processing volumes with Applova. This has been a highly an important question from a lot of our partners. Is we get a lot of feedback whether they are seasoned with us or been with us for a while, or they're novices and had a couple deals under their belt. And what they notice is that there's more transactions with online ordering and kiosk solutions. The marketing support that we currently have is more catered to and customized to each partnerships that we currently have. Has been outstanding, great relationship, and an increasing average ticket size with kiosks. You can imagine there's a couple things here that we're looking at: less shrink, and less errors. And in the errors, it's in the hands of the consumer. So they have the ability to apply the layers that they want or don't want to their order. Knocking on new doors, it creates new opportunities for a lot of partnerships, right? It creates an established business perhaps that is already processing or a new business that was referred from another business. Multi-products to attract new customers, and that is what our detail is. I mean, we are looking forward to some of the new solutions that are coming out later this year that we want to showcase at ETA. We're excited about it. We're excited about the innovation. Can't speak about it right now, but certainly you can imagine some of the items. Introducing the kiosk and online ordering as a way to potential merchants. Kiosk has been a huge demand, guys. If anybody's in the restaurant business, you guys know this already. Most merchants are probably already asking about it. About the online ordering, there's been a kind of a misunderstanding, if you will. Merchants think that they are going to be charged an arm and a leg for it, when really that's actually not accurate. Certainly we can go over that in detail post-call, but there is definitely an advantage for as a reseller or as a partner. Providing more than just transaction processing to your merchants. Certainly this creates and prevents attrition. And I shouldn't say creates, but prevents attrition. And most of you guys know anybody that's set up with a POS system that's already trained their staff. The last thing they need to do or want to do, unless they have to, is to change the whole system and retrain the whole staff. That's typically what happens. However, adding new services and new products to the existing can actually potentially boost the opportunity, and where it's much more desirable for the merchant. Increasing cardholder touch points with Applova. Every Applova solution, we increase cardholder touch point at your merchant's outlets. Touched on this already. With this, you will be able to keep all merchant transactions, merchant outlets under one roof, and increasing merchant stickiness. Again, attrition is one of our KPIs as a company. I've been in the industry. I've been fortunate enough to be in the industry for 25 plus years. So I obviously know I have a lot of friends on here right now and some old names that I appreciated. But I can tell you that through the years, you can tell that you start to learn that certain KPIs are much more important than originally 10 years ago what we thought of, right? In KPI perspective. And keeping merchants long-term with quality versus quantity sometimes might be the better way of looking at it. But the thoroughness that Applova suggests and supports their merchants with, in my book, in reference to my experiences, has been phenomenal. And we look at every merchant, and we are hired by our partners to support those merchants and support the partners. So that's what our intentions are, is making sure that merchant's happy with this solution. The perks of selling Applova, 30% residual revenue of all transactions. Again, this is feedback. This is average. We look at the first 90 to 120 days. We look at what the increases look like. We look at, is there any decreases? Is there any steadiness, consistency? And we noticed that there is a 30% residual. We've taken our smaller merchants, taken our mid-market merchants, and we've taken our enterprise merchants, kind of put it together and got an average looking at that. So that is the norm from our perspective that we have noticed from a residual perspective, adding kiosks, online ordering, and other solutions. Merchants locked into your processor, as Applova provides the complete solution. Talked about being agnostic. Quick and easy onboarding with support. We have an onboarding team, guys, and we suggest and encourage, let us set up the merchant. Let us do the QA. Let us, do the test transactions. Let us be that one step. And most partners obviously appreciate that. And I realize there's other partners that want to be the first step. Either way, we support you. A tool tap into new accounts and increasing portfolio valuation. One-stop shops for your merchants, and of course, it deepens the merchant relationship for yourselves.
Is there the merchant have the ability to apply the different layers into the account, or is it a merchant, or is the agent or the back end? Or you got who handles all the different functionality in the back end?
Great question. Well, so our support team would do that. Our technical support team, that we would get the menus. We encourage it, actually. We would love to do as much plug and play as we possibly could for you. So we would do the multi-layer for you.
Okay.
And sometimes merchants want to go really deep into very, to what we call a multi-layer. Certainly we can do that for them.
And then on a hardware basis, you are PC and Android, or just Android?
We are Android.
Okay. And if the customer has their own Android device, that's okay?
In most cases, yes. Just depends on the version numbers. The version, if there's any updates, we've had some old kiosk version, old versions couldn't do.
Got it. All right. So opening it up to anyone have questions here for Mike, just unmute and throw it out, or throw it into the chat, and we'll also have questions at the end. Awesome. Mike, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for including us.
Yeah, not a problem. All right. And we're on to, who are we on to here?
Paradise POS.
Paradise POS, thank you. All right. And
Our last presenter.
Peyton, are you here, Peyton?
I am. Can you hear me okay, Adam?
I can.
Awesome. Good deal. See if I can get the screen shared here. Can everyone
Looking
see that
good.
okay?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, well, starting off here, just want to say thanks for the opportunity, guys. We appreciate you having Paradise on. I'm Peyton Moffit. I've been personally with the company now for about 2 years. I'm an account manager here. And basically do a quick run through here on some background on the company. We have been around now for officially 10 years. We've done over 4,000 installs nationwide. So we have touched all 50 states with active merchants. And one big driving point, and something that's really going to set us apart from a lot of the competitors, is going to be our in-house tech support. So we are based in Texas, about an hour and a half east of Dallas, and we service all of our accounts right here in-house. So all paid employees of Paradise, and it's really something that I think not only sets us apart, but offers the end user a great experience when they call in. We are agnostic, right? So we work through a reseller channel with all kinds of different processors. Some of the names that have already been thrown around today, like, TSYS, First Data, EPX, WorldPay, so on and so forth. So we try to stay neutral and really offer flexibility to our partners so that they can board an account where it best fits them and their merchant. With that, We also have non-proprietary equipment. We're talking about Apple iPads, Star and Epson receipt printers, PAX terminals. We even have a possibility to go with the Castle Vega 3000, right? So different options depending on where the account's boarded. But again, you're gonna hear me beat the drum on that support. It really is something that we pride ourselves on. It's really helped us grow. And something that goes hand in hand with that is going to be our dedicated training team. So anytime an account comes on board with us, whether it's restaurant or a retail environment, we have a training team who not only takes care of the inventory build out or the menu build, but they'll help guide that merchant through that first day or two, or even that first week if needed, with unlimited and uncapped training. No long-term contracts with us as a company. It is a month-to-month service. So that offers the merchant kind of the enlightenment of, hey, if this doesn't fit for me, I can leave at any time without having a buyout or to break a lease, right? So something that I think also supports the fact that our customer service is as good as it is. We're not guaranteed that business tomorrow, so we really support that account that much better day in and day out. Different talking points on business types, right? Right now, as of today, we're about a 55% restaurant, 45% retail split. And with that, all kinds of, miniature type business types within that. So whether we're talking about quick service, full service restaurants with kitchens and bars, you got bars and nightclubs. We got pre-authorizations for bar tabs, beverage, coffee shops, mobile solutions for food trucks, really anything across the board on the restaurant end. And then on the retail side, I really feel as though we're going to specialize with liquor stores, smoke and tobacco, even, small boutiques or apparel shops. Retail markets with scale integrations. So a lot of different feature types that can help different businesses. Kind of taking a closer look into those features, just some of the highlighted points here. Compliant dual pricing, right? We know that that's changed recently over the last year or so from the traditional cash discount. Paradise now is offering a true dual price where we're going to roll in that percentage the account's written at into the price of an item and display both that total and the cash total at the bottom of a receipt. We have different ways of showing that to their customers, whether it's a customer-facing display. We have a label printer with shelf tags that can show both prices. So a lot of beneficial aspects that we can implement for a merchant to make sure that they're taken care of when it comes to dual pricing. We do have a built-in gift card and loyalty program as well. And one of the big things that I think is going to let us compete with the likes of a Clover is the fact that these features are included at no extra cost. We're not a tiered software where you have to pay extra for XYZ or for this bell or that whistle. Everything's included with the software at its base level. We're talking about, order and pay at the table with the PAX A920. You got online ordering with QR codes for tables, or even a server to have it on their phone, and they can go to table with that on their phone to take orders. ID verification on the retail end. Maybe you got a liquor store that wants to scan IDs. All of these things have kind of just been trickled into the software over time. With our in-house programmers, it allows us to do so. We also aim for a really quick turnaround. We know when you write an account, you want them processing as soon as possible. So you're looking at about 2 days when that order is accepted to the time that we're shipping it to you. And then from there, you got ground shipping, which is typically the longest part of this, depending on where they're at in the country. And then, install, training, menu reviews, and looking overall about 10 days for that merchant to go live with us. Since we do not sell direct to the merchant, we try our best to keep our marketing information and pieces up to date for our partners. So we do have a lot of printouts and flyers that can be co-branded with your personal information, where that, you can, as an agent, you can go business to business and leave these behind if you wanted to, or schedule them on a demo with us. We offer, demos for all of our partners and their merchants. You can even download our app on your own iPad and have it in person so the merchant can touch it, fill it, and make that decision themselves. So really just trying to offer the flexibility of our partners to sell this as needed when they're on the go. Covers it all just about right there, Adam. I guess we'll open up some Q&A if anyone has any questions.
Sounds good. Any Q&A? This brings us to the, thank you, appreciate that. That brings us to this, not only your Q&A, but anyone's Q&A. If anyone has any open questions on that, I answered a couple questions in there. Teresa, yes, scan data on Paradise. Let's question. So, Peyton, is scan data on Paradise yet?
Not as of today. That is something that our COO is working on implementing here within the next few months. So we're looking at 90 to 120 days out on that.
Okay, and if they need it faster, expedited shipping is an option?
Absolutely, yeah. We ship through UPS, and I always evaluate and see what the costs are, and I can share that with whoever needs it.
All right, and okay, got it. Do you ship it to Ohio, even if they're Ohio State fans?
Oh man, that one's gonna be tough. It might be a couple dollars more, but we'll make it
Okay.
happen.
All right. All right. Anyone other questions? Throw them out. Unmute and throw them out. Awesome. Okay. While that is happening and you're thinking of questions, I do have a winner, which we randomly selected. It is Michael Lewis. You're the winner. So send us over your information to Leslie. I'm putting her email in here, so if she doesn't have it, send over your address and we will send you the hat and swag. Most everybody here should be at all the shows. We've got NEAA coming up, ETA in Vegas. We've got Midwest, WSAA and SEAA. If any of you are thinking of going, this is a sampling of what you will see there. If you haven't been to them, they're worth going. Absolutely. I'm a fan of them. Just from an information perspective, opening your mind to the different things that are out there. Really, you got to keep learning these things. And I know they're showing up in on your feeds, but really going deep and being able to answer this. I mean, for the eWIC alone, this was worth it for me. This was great. Just and so for us, the start of choosing to do this today was that all 6 of these presenters have been doing business with DCCSupply for years. So for us, we already have a relationship with them, and we've been referring people to them for years. So and so we're already fans. So this was an easy one for us, and I thank you to everybody that that came in early and signed up. Just as a reminder, the first 25 that signed up originally and then stayed are the ones that get the Grubhub $15 lunch, because it is a lunch and learn. Thank you, Elle, for not eating while on camera. That's appreciated. So anything else? Let's see here. Any other questions? Nothing else. All right, that's about it. I'm out of here. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming.